Hey Go Tribe, how you guys doing? Listen, Mama got a story for you. And please, let me just put a trigger warning right now. If you're prone to crying and being emotional, or if you feel my story might trigger you or trigger a trauma of yours, please just kindly exit this one. This one is not for you. For the rest of them that will stay, this is also a learning curve. Listen, in life is not predictable. It's so unpredictable. You could do everything right, you could move the right kind of way, and then certain things just happen. Now, you can either choose to stay in that traumatic experience, or you can choose to learn from it and strengthen yourself. Me, I am not a fan of letting things that happen to me define who I am or who I will become. I like to analyze what's going on, I like to heal and move away. So if you know that you might be a bit sensitive because you don't know what I'm going to speak about, please just move away from this. Now, for the rest of them that stay, this story was something that happened to me a few years ago, and it was triggered by Alvin of Lagos's video. So let's play that video and then we'll get into the gist.
The truth is, some of you are going to end up with rapists who were never caught.
Now, Alvin of Lagos made that 19 seconds video a while ago, and I recently went down his page and I saw that video again, and it just brought back such memories. Now, let me tell you this story. The funniest part of this story is the person I'm going to talk about is someone I see in public spaces. It's someone I see on the media, and I always look at them with side eye. I'm like, you look innocent, you look like a godsend, but you know who you are. Let's get into the story. So now, when I was back in school, in my younger days, we always had different kind of friends. And there was this particular friend I really liked a lot. And why did I like this particular guy? I liked him because everybody disliked him. Everybody was smiling his face. And then behind, they would talk all kinds of stuff about him. Also because of the way he was built. We're not going to get into that detail, so it's just a safe story. Now, we were friends for about 3 years. We spoke about everything. It was lovely. But, I had to go to Romania. And at the same time, they went to London to school. Now, in this time, back in those days, phones just barely came out, so we didn't have email addresses. I think I made my first email address when I was in Romania, and we had lost touch completely. Now, till a few years ago, I came back to Nigeria because before I moved to Nigeria, I used to come maybe once or twice a year, handle my business and then leave. And this particular time I was in Abuja, I went to one very lovely place where they played karaoke and they had their most amazing chicken wings. So when I entered this location, who do I see? Because of the way they looked, it was easy to spot. So I'm like, yo! So I met my friend again after so many years. Like, I'm talking maybe close to 20 years, I think. So it was such a pleasant reunion. I was so happy. I jumped, I hugged them. I'm like, oh my God, it's been so. I was genuinely so happy to meet them. And they too, they were equally as excited. They're like, oh my God, look at you. Where have you been? I'm like, I went to Romania, and they're like, oh, they went to London. So, we talk. We ended up staying the night at the same table. We partied, and then we started asking questions. He's like, oh, are you married? I'm like, no, I'm not married, but I have a kid. I asked about him. He said, oh, no, he's not married, everything, but he's doing a lot of public whatever. I'm like, oh, that's amazing for you. So he's like, do you stay in Abuja? I said, no, I stay in Lagos and I'm leaving the next day. He's like, oh, he's coming to Lagos soon. So if I don't mind, we can go out for lunch or dinner. I'm like, sure thing. So the next day I pack my load, I go to Lagos. A few days after that, I was supposed to leave back for Romania. But in the meantime, he calls me and he's like, oh, how are you, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, fine, I'm excited. This is my friend I've known. We were friends for like 3 good years. We lived very close to each other. It was so lovely. Never anything romantic, never anything physical. It was just pure friendship. And this is why I'm always very sus about male and women. Like, there's a doubt there I always have, but that's a different topic for another day. Now, we had set a time. We say, listen, let's go out for dinner, because in the afternoon I was busy and they also were busy. So I'm like, okay, let's do dinner. So on this day, I was so excited. I got dressed, never thinking anything. In my mind, this is my friend. see, if you've never had a discussion about physical things with a person, your mind wouldn't go anywhere else, especially if this was your friend, we just basically wanted to catch up. So this person comes, they pick me up, they said, oh, there's this restaurant, blah, 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 we're going to go to. I'm like, sure thing. I didn't know Lagos very well at that point. So I was in Ikoyi, so we were supposed to go to a restaurant in VI. Me, sense of direction, I got lost in any city. That's just the truth. So the thing is, on our way to that place, he just has this reaction. He's like, oh my God, oh, you can't believe I forgot something at home, a document I have to send, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, me not thinking anything. I said, oh, sure. He's like, do you mind if we just stop by real quick? I'll pick up the documents and we go. I said, not a problem, because in my mind, I'm not thinking anything is wrong. Now, when we get to the building, he's like, oh, listen, instead of you waiting in the car, let's just go upstairs, And me again, stupid me, not thinking at all. So I'm like, sure thing, let's go. We get into the house. Beautiful house. I'm looking, we were quite on a very high up in the air, so I was at the window, admiring. But after a while I noticed, where is this guy? This guy is nowhere to be found. It's not my place to start rambling around your house and seeing where you go. I hope I finish this story in 10 minutes. So I'm waiting, and then I start screaming their name. I'm like, yo-hoo, what you doing so long? He finally comes down, but he doesn't come down with any document, doesn't come down with anything. And I wasn't suspicious, but something just didn't sit right. So he now started coming towards me, Now there was a look on his face. I couldn't understand that look, but I'm like, nothing. So I'm now moving towards the door because I'm thinking, okay, you're down, let's head out, And I move towards the door. Thunder fire that goddamn door. The door had one of those ping, ping, ping things that you have to put a code in to open, So as I try to open the door, all of a sudden, this guy just changed. He pulls my hand off the door and he's like, where are you going to? Why are you in a hurry? And I'm like, we know they go chop, play. At this point, I'm already starting to feel a bit uneasy, because why are you pulling my hand so aggressively? And oh my God, from that moment was complete chaos. I felt like my eyes went black. He started pushing, pulling, trying to touch. He even tried to kiss me and everything. And I'm like, hold up, bro. No. First of all, being intimate with someone is a decision that goes between two individuals. It is not a one-sided thing that just because you want to do something, the other person has to do the thing. We start struggling. See, it became so brutal. It was so graphic, the struggle. I'm fighting. Mind you, I have a dress up to my knee. This person is struggling to pull my dress out. And mind you, they have a certain build, It's so funny how men actually do have way more strength than women. Now we struggle and struggle. See, it was so bad that I started crying and he kept getting angry and saying, are we not grown up, blah, 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 that we can do this, blah, blah. I'm like, see, I didn't come here for this. I still want to eat. I was actually hungry. It now got to the point where of course, at this point, his Johnson was pulled out, and I'm struggling and we're fighting. And at one point, my undies was at my knee. And at that point, I just stayed for a second and I said, God, please don't allow this happen. There's a certain relationship I have with God that he doesn't play with me, no. As soon as I stayed that, I just went silent because I was numb at this point, And I realized that I couldn't fight this one. This one, there was no way to struggle out of it.